24. And we've got Desmond Ridder. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season.
Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. There he goes, right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 33 and a first.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisions something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
Yeah, no sign of him cooling down at all.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Young now. And connecting here with DJ Shark. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here we go. Check right. Black block.
On play action, Young. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And he made both sides happy last week, didn't he?
Yeah, 3 and 3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Got to get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdown passes and taking care of the ball better.
Yellow, Lonnie. Set.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Ridder looking to throw on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
2nd and 10.
Ready?
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. You look at this Carolina defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes?
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Ridder picked, and it's his former Bearcat teammate, Ahmad Gardner, who got it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Now Bolden on the return. This taken in right around the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, here we sit, week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well, this defense for the Panthers very strong in that victory a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Green jack. Red, yellow.
Here's Ridder. Pass is tipped, but he's still able to bring it in. And he's going to be dropped quickly right there at the 48, a couple yards shy of midfield. That's the #2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be #2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be #1.
Ridder's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. The Falcons had 2-14 in what's been a tough year. And they come in the midst of a season-crushing losing streak. It's up to 9 games now.
And this is a team that's not shown much consistency during this losing streak because they've never really looked like they've been ready to play. You question their motivation. You wonder what's going on with them. And I don't have a PhD in psychology, but the body language, it's awful.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They got to get to the 23 here on third.
Yellow. Ready.
Back to throw, Ridder. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to fourth down. So on fourth down, Ridder heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post. They get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset him a little bit, didn't I?
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Ridder fires quickly out wide. Touchdown! A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And we are even at 10 apiece. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And taken right on the 30. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta regains possession of the football As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
10-10 our score after one on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Here we go.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Black shot. Red cycle.
Ridder throwing on 3rd down. And the reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Now a man who did his collegiate punting just a couple hours from here in Clemson in South Carolina, Bradley Pinion to kick. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep.
Check pink. Blue check. Check white.
The play fake. Now Young. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
And cycle. Ready?
Here is Young. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Hey, Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And up to the 3rd and 5 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Ready.
Ridder will set up to throw it. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
Well, he's been a busy man in this first half. They've targeted him quite a bit, including both plays here to start this drive. And until that defense starts reacting a little better, they may just keep going back to him.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Looking to throw it here. Ridder. Looking for Bolden, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. Still going inside the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they run standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, yeah, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Black Ultra. Eagle Blue.
First down. Here's Ridder. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, Young. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. He made his first attempt, this from 45. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Taken at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's 2nd and 7. Ridder now. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Ridder to throw it. He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 40 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Let's go now.
Ridder on 1st and 10. There's that man again. It's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Looking to throw once more. Here's Ridder. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Ready.
Ridder from the gun on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they will tighten this one up a bit now. A one-score game of 20-13. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this 1st half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Ready up.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing, Young. Got his man, it's Jonathan Mingo. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. Young looks to throw on 1st down. That is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Again, it's Young. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Young on 3rd and 2. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on third down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
They're on the 15-yard line.
On the ready.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
Ready.
Final play before the half. Here's Ritter. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So we come upon halftime. Only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Our attention shifts back to Desmond Ritter in this offense. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Ritter back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Ritter. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throwing interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Young. And his throw here is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Short throw hauled in by Trimble. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 34.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Ready.
Going play action. Ritter. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a
touchdown, remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Robinson diving for the end zone. He is in. Touchdown. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Fast footwork by Sanders. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 60 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now here's Young. On the slant, this is Chark. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Ready?
They go play action. Young. On the right side, open is Gesicki. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up the 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Ready, set.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Yellow, 1, split.
Young now from the 50. These guys running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders, 50 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Well, 1st down there on a pickup at 25. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out.
And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Working free to drop it for the sack there was Amari Barno. They went zone blitz there, obviously successful. What makes the zone blitz successful?
Well, just go ahead and let's break the term down. Zone means they're going to play zone behind them in coverage, not man-to-man. But the zone blitz, why it's confusing to offenses? Because oftentimes defensive ends or defensive tackles will drop back into coverage, and linebackers or safeties will usually fill that gap and blitz in their spot, messing up the blocking responsibilities.
They need 18 yards here on third down. Young to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And that ball popped free. We can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here we go.
Ridder and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. And London, the motion man right. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Ready.
Back to throw, Ridder. And that'll be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Ready.
Ridder looking to throw on 1st and 10. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ridder again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Green Jack. Ready.
Ridder will set up to throw it. And he's got it. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Ready, ready.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Fuller knocks this one through the post, and that'll bring him back within 4. It's an interesting call there to take the 3, and I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Yeah, this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now a first down throw for Young. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Young to throw it. Short throw hauled in by Tremble. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jonathan Mingo with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Falcons 23.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. On first down, Ritter. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He got 29 yards that time. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Ritter. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Got it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
6, mega. Set.
Ritter to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And look at this. The punt team is out there. Somebody better give them the memo that it's second down. And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
Ready up.
Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game.
Set, go.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Eligible receiver downfield. Awesome.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still second down.
Let's go now.
Here comes second down.
Ready, ready.
Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter. Man open is Robinson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps should go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Ready.
Ritter wants to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
3rd down and goal coming up here.
Here we go. Hut.
Ritter. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. Touchdown Falcons. Kyle Pitts. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Red, cycle. Set.
Here's Ritter. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play, because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield? Either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves. That's going to be key for them.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they take a knee.
On the double. Ready?
Down to a knee goes Young, and should be the final act in this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, I fear that.
I remember a coach in a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they